It's Saturday morning and time for Home Sense. Now, here's your host, Mike Landry.
All right, guys, we're back. It's 10:05 Home Sense right here at the top of the hour. I'm your host, Mike Landry. We're changing topics on you. We're going to be talking about cabinets. Now, here's a cool name for you. This is what got my attention. Cabinetree, okay? But it's spelled T-R-E-E. To me, that's brilliant. Now, that's a brand builder right there. And we've got Greg in. Greg, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to have me. Thanks for having me.
Look, I want people to understand why you're the guy in this studio and we're talking about cabinets. Okay. I want to tell you my angst with this entire industry. Now, we used to site build everything, right? Exactly. Trim carpenters. I mean, your trim carpenter was your furniture builder. He was the guy you trusted. He was the guy that made you look good. And it's hard to find a guy that really could build furniture, okay?
Exactly.
On site. And you had to fight all the problems with the environment, getting finishes on it, and you just labor through this whole process. So at some point, 15 years ago, the entire industry blows up. So there was a couple of cabinets out there that were like high-end Ferraris called Woodmold and Brookhaven, and they basically controlled the brand recognition for manufactured cabinets in a market where we're site building a lot of stuff, right? So then the cabinet explosion happens. There's 800 million manufacturers that are manufacturing furniture finished cabinets now across the country. So every single there's got to be 400 or 500 shops selling cabinets here. Right?
Exactly.
So they didn't pump a whole bunch of college-educated kitchen designers out of college. They've been, obviously they've been building this market for 20 years, right? So they could fill expert cabinet designers in all these cabinet sales organizations so that you get the best cabinet design and kitchen design in the world, right?
Exactly.
No. The car business experienced a big problem. They stopped selling cars, and those guys had to go sell something, so they went and sold cabinets, right?
Right. That's what we're dealing with.
That's an embarrassment, man. It is probably one of the most complicated issues with existing space is designing kitchens.
Yes.
And bathrooms, right?
Right. Because you have clients that are used to what they know. They're comfortable where they put their dishes and then when it's time to create a new space, you go in and you offer, well, I can do this better, I can do this, but you're dealing with the homeowner that's I want it the way I'm used to having it. And it's a process of just changing their mind, showing them how I can give you in a kitchen more efficient space, more efficient use of your space, just by changing a few things that allow the product to be used to your advantage.
No, but here's my problem with salespeople selling cabinets and designing kitchens, okay? The problem is ergonomics, the existing space, and the challenge. If you don't install these kitchens that you're designing, then you can't possibly relate to what is possible and what's not possible, right?
Right.
Okay. Now your family installs all of the Woodmold and Brookhaven installs for the sale.
A lot of it, exactly. I've been installing cabinets since I was 14 years old. I've been in business since I got out of college for about 33 years. So I've come from a long line of hands-on installation. I still do it every day. I enjoy doing it. I'm 55 years old, and it takes a little bit longer now, but
when you walk through your showroom, you walk through this palatial showroom with all these cool-looking cabinets and these kitchens, and you walk into this warehouse that seems to never end. Looks like Walmart, right? And you've got all these different bays for all these different sales organizations that are selling cabinets, and you're doing the actual installations.
That's correct. I bring in the cabinets from Woodmold and Brookhaven. It's a great brand. I house their product, and I distribute it back out, and I install about 50 to 60% of what I'm warehousing. I also sell my own line, which is an alternative to the Woodmold and Brookhaven. It's a great product, but my line is less expensive, and we offer some of the same features that you can without having to pay that high-end price.
I want to talk about some of the cabinet lines you're carrying because it's pretty fascinating. Now, you're obviously coming at it from the warranty side, the installation side, what won't work, what will work. You know, one of the things that you and I talked about that I find to be fascinating is that somebody designed something and it's really complicated. They're trying to get this particular look or function, and you're going, you don't have to do it that way. We can do it this way, and it's simple, and it costs about half the cost.
Right.
Those are the values that are brought to the table by somebody who actually creates, who actually installs, who actually understands how these systems work, not from a graphic perspective.
Right. Several of my designers over the years have looked at us as just the cabinet installers. And finally, when we started talking to them about, hey, why don't we do this way? Why don't we use this wood and we can make this panel work this way? And they realized our value in that we are trying to help them do it more efficiently and less time consumption, less material costs, less material waste, and that we're able to come to the job with a mechanical, I guess, viewpoint rather than just a design and beauty viewpoint. We come from it hands-on. We're putting it together. There's a more efficient way. There may be a better way to do this. And now a lot of my designers will come to us and say, where do we need to start? Let's sit down and walk me through this so that I can do this more efficiently. The
part of the value of this show is teaching people how to buy things, okay? Mm-hmm. So it's obviously better to go to you directly. You have your own showroom. You sell cabinets. Right? You design kitchens, and you install them for a whole bunch of those sales organizations. Right?
Exactly.
So instead of them buying from a sales organization and then marking up your numbers astronomically, they could just go straight to you and get more kitchen for the money.
Yes.
And get it done the right way the first time.
Right. We can do.
What a concept.
That's why I'm out here in business. Exactly. That's what I want to do.
Okay, it's called Cabinetree. I love the logo because it's Cabinetree, okay? It's spelled cabinet, T-R-E-E. So you can find them online at Cabinetree, T-R-E-E, TX.com. That's CabinetreeTX.com. You can give them a call at 713-898-1338. 713-898-1338. 713-898-1338. We're talking with Greg. He's one of the principals there. And let me ask you this. What are some of the most common mistakes you see in these designs when you're installing this kitchen going, I cannot believe they designed it like this?
Well, a lot of the mistakes that we see are not listening to the needs or the desires of the homeowner, where you're going in as a designer trying to design something that might look pretty but is not functional. And I've had more complaints of people that my cabinets, they might look great on the wall, but they don't function. They don't do what I need them to do. And we will sit down and listen to a homeowner, tell us what they need, what they're looking for. And as a homeowner, that's really the first place you want to start is, what do I want my kitchen to do, or even my new kitchen? What do I want it to do? Do I want to move? Do I want to consolidate appliances? Personally, I like getting on my appliances, your big things that take up space in your kitchen, trying to get them on one wall if they can, and that way it opens up the rest of the kitchen for countertop space, workspace, and that type of a deal. Every designer kind of has a trademark of, I can go into a kitchen and almost tell you who designed it, only because of some of the things that they've put in it that I know that's the way they used to do it. I have my own trademark. I mean, people will go, oh, this is one of the kitchens you've designed because you've done something a certain way. Mm-hmm. But listening to the homeowner, and homeowners really, they just need to take a little inventory of what they want the kitchen to do, how they want it to function, so that you can tell whoever's designing it the best way to do that for you.
Now we're going to run out to a break. When we get back, I want to go through some of the manufacturers that you are representing mm-hmm. in what you would advise me to buy, okay. Right? And I want to talk about some of the attributes. You know, the part of understanding. You know, the wood flooring guy was telling you that one of his comments made so much sense to me in terms of communicating, knowing how to buy things. And part of it is you walk into a flooring showroom and you see all the samples on the walls and they all look the same.
Right.
You know, to the consumer, they all look the same. To the builder, they all look the same, but they are not the same. Some shouldn't even be used in this marketplace. So understanding how to assess how these products are built and to understand what you need at minimum before you can make an investment is really key. And that's what this is about. So when we get back, we're going to kind of walk through these steps on cabinets and be able to benefit from all the wisdom and knowledge that you've got.
Okay, good deal. Thank
All right, we're going to run out to a break, guys. Stay tuned. Hey, listen, Wings Over Houston, let me tell you something. If you guys are interested, and Nick's Plumbing is one of the sponsors for this event, along with Tom Peacock Cadillac. Wings Over Houston is coming up on, it's the one of the largest air shows in the country. It's coming up on October 20th and 21st. 4 lucky listeners are going to win VIP passes to the HomeSense KPRC private tents called a Shiloh right up front. So as these jets and all these aircraft are rolling by, you could almost reach out and touch them. Free food, free drinks, free VIP parking, and a helicopter ride with me. The 4 lucky listeners, you can either go Saturday or Sunday. It doesn't matter. This is going to be the 2018. This is going to be the first year that Sean D. Tucker is going to be giving a kid from 11 to 17 years old a ride in his aircraft. Now, this is the #1 most recognized aerobatic pilot in the world. He flies the Oracle Challenger. If you haven't seen this guy on television, he is an incredible advocate for kids. He's also the president of the Young Eagles program for the EAA. So, let me tell you something. That kid will be completely inspired the rest of his life. They're going to have to write an essay, so you can go to our Facebook page at HomeSense950 and get the details for that. It's a 100 to 300 word essay. So you guys want to win those tickets? They're about $400 a piece. So and there's only 4 of them that we're giving out. Listen during the week to register for that. There's all kinds of promos running during the week right here on KPRC. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
And now, back to HomeSense with Mike Landry.
All right, guys, we're back. It's HomeSense 1020. We're talking with Greg with Cabinetree. So go online if you want to see some really spectacular cabinets. Friday, 9 to 5.
By appointment on the weekend.
So 713-898-1338. 713-898-1338. If you're a builder, I highly encourage you to go out there and take a look at these guys. And I want to go through the website and talk about some of the cabinet lines you've got right now. Now, again, you're the installer. You're the guy out there fighting all these wars. You're the ones getting the warranty calls for scratches and paint pops and this ain't working and that. You know, the value that I think the manufactured industry has delivered brilliantly to our industry is that they've invented all of these hardware components to maximize ergonomic utilization of the space. Right. You know, how to store things, because big open holes are very inefficient, right?
Correct.
So that's the thing that I think they've really brought to the table is a finish that you'd see on a car in a showroom, right? So now the expectation levels are really high in terms of what they expect to see when it's done. The second thing is the ergonomic distribution of materials, and they did not resell that into the market. So the site-built guys can't go buy that same hardware and build it out in the field.
Right. At least not for the cost.
Right. That's smart, and I'm glad that they did it. That was smart for them to preserve the value of their offerings. So, but how they build these things can vary so much, even though they all look the same. And I want to talk about that. Okay. So when we get into outdoor cabinets, outdoor living spaces are huge right now. Atlantis outdoor cabinets. This is what you're marketing, Atlantis outdoor cabinet. Is that actually an outdoor cabinet line?
It is. It's a high resin polymer. It's the best way to describe it is a heavy duty plastic cabinet. Still got the same kind of hinging that you would soft closed doors, some soft closed drawers, but the box actually is built with adjustable plastic legs on it, so you can pop the toe kick off, hose out underneath it. Every bit of the cabinet can be out in the rain, and it's not going to be affected by the water in it. I actually had, during Harvey, had somebody call in to the showroom and said, "Can I put the outdoor cabinets in my house in case it flooded again?" I said, "Absolutely." We've got different door styles, different colors, and they're all plastic, heavy-duty resin all the way through. And then we've got them where we can modify them for any grill that you want. You can add that. We've got trash cans, we've got sink cabinets, we've got pull-out storage cabinets, and it's all built for the outdoors.
What about the aesthetics? Is it something that would? Is it really sexy?
Oh yeah, there's great. There's a hammered steel look in a gray and a black. There's beaded doors. If you want a beaded look, we've got raised panel doors like you would do on the inside. We can dress up your outdoor and make it almost as beautiful as your indoor.
Okay, now moving up into the interior cabinet line, let's talk about the Aspect cabinetry.
Aspect is our builder line. It's a few less features, but you still get painted and stained door styles. Not as many as I would say the aesthetics. They don't offer as many as the turned legs, the hoods. We offer a line of wood hoods. Aspect will offer you a few of those, but it's more of our builder line. It's a great quality product. They just don't offer as many features so that it's easier to mass produce and get it out for a builder.
But before we move up into the other cabinet lines, I want to talk about cabinet construction. Okay. This is probably one of the most confusing things for people. I hear consumers telling me, well, Joe is going to give me solid all wood cabinets. Okay. So let me just clarify for you right now that nobody is building solid wood cabinets out of solid material. Is that correct?
That is correct. Most cabinets, even ours, when we tell you it's an all wood cabinet, it's a plywood box, and the sides of it, the face frame and the doors may be solid wood, but the box itself is plywood, and that's what you're looking for. If when you hear all wood cabinets, it's still going to be a plywood box, which is an engineered, constructed type of wood. The other alternative is, and we sell them too, is a particle board box. The problem is, for years, people think of particle board as your old 1970s apartment grade cabinets that are just flake board. And again, those are still out there too, but much of your high-end furniture is a high-density fiberboard material that it can be, have veneers over it, can be stained and varnished and painted, and will last you a lifetime. Some of the highest end cabinetry out there is still made out of a furniture grade particle board, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Well, and it's dimensionally stable too, so it's a much higher grade material.
Exactly.
The reason that they like it is because it's dimensionally stable and it takes a finish really well. I mean,
Correct.
You want that
yeah.
glass look. It's a flat surface, right? But it will also handle moisture events.
Yes.
It's a completely different, I mean, it's like the Ferrari of particle construction,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So it is different, and you will find this in multi-million-dollar homes because that's the only way to get that look. Now, moving up into a higher line of cabinets, we're moving up into the Eclipse.
The Eclipse is our frameless European style. Shiloh or the Eclipse, the manufacturer calls it their full access line. There is no wooden face frame around it. The door is mounted to the box itself, and it covers the whole box so that you don't have any face frame or any gaps between them.
That's probably one of the most sought after applications right now. This contemporary atmosphere is a hotbed of opportunity. People are wanting these European looks, but what they're being told is they're getting a frameless product, but they're not getting a frameless product. It's a face frame, and you've got like half-inch reveals around the door, and what people want is those real close proximity doors where you don't see any frame.
Right.
It's just all door.
Right.
And very few people actually have that look.
Correct. And it can still be done, and you can do that European look in a very traditional kitchen. It does not have to be a complete contemporary look. But all of our cabinets the door is 3/16 of an inch smaller than the box itself. So when you put them side by side, you have maybe 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch between each door. And it makes for a very clean look, even in a traditional kitchen where you've got a raised panel door. All of those doors are side by side, and they look great.
All right. Now, this Eclipse line, price-wise?
Price-wise, it's really the same price as our standard, our face-framed full overlay door and our inset line. We have two different lines. The price point is not any different. That's the one thing about the lines that I carry in my showroom is that you can switch between a full access frameless cabinet or a face-framed cabinet with an inset door, and the price is not going to be any different.
Wow, that's well. Usually on the inset doors, they're jacking it through the roof because well, it's inset. It takes so much talent to do that. Yeah, so yours are about the same price.
Correct.
That's awesome. Okay, let's talk about the Shiloh. We got about 2 minutes left, and I want to get this in. This is your this is your line competing with the Wood Molds and the Brookhavens of the world, right?
Exactly. That's our all wood, plywood box, and we offer that in a full overlay door, a standard overlay door, which people are normally used to seeing, where you see a lot of face frame. We're trying to get people away from that and give them that full overlay look. We also offer the Shiloh in an inset line. We can do a flat inset or a beaded inset. And if people don't understand, inset is where the door is set inside the face frame and is totally flush. And it can be, the nice thing about it is it can be a very contemporary look or a transitional look, depending on if you do like a flat or a shaker style door, or it can be a very traditional old piece of furniture look. And it's a great line because it can just go with whatever your atmosphere is or your design capabilities.
So here's how you get this stuff. First of all, you need to get with somebody who actually builds kitchens to get great advice on kitchen design. The last thing that you want is somebody telling you got an ugly baby, okay? I mean, nobody wants to tell you that, but when you find out, oh man, you got to live with the results. So here it is, CabinetreeTX.com. And that's TREE, people. Brilliant marketing. CabinetreeTX.com is the website address. Call them. They meet. Their showrooms are available Monday through Friday, but they need appointments on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. 713-898-1338. 713-898-1338 is the phone number. We're talking with Greg. Now, I'm telling you right now, whether you're buying from another company or not, his guys are probably installing your kitchen. So save yourself a lot of money and get the best advice you can from actual kitchen designers, not salespeople who they gave a cool title to. So, love your kitchen. Love to show it off. 713-898-1338. Greg, thanks for your time.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
Awesome, man. Awesome. And I want to talk to you about those cabinets outside because I'm telling you right now, that's pretty sick. You just hose them down.
Just hose them down.
Just hose them down.
Exactly.
Wow. That is absolutely cool.